What's going on, my friends? Welcome to episode 79 of the Get a Game On podcast, where we talk everything New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, national, and international sports. Hosted by yours truly, Grassani. Joined us around by Michael Cunningham, Alex Reich, and Sam Morrell. You can listen to the podcast right now on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can also watch the podcast right now on YouTube. Also be sure to follow us on social media at Get a Game On P. With all that said, it's time to get your game on. Michael, what was it with that intro dance?
That was an intro dance. That was just me repping up my sound.
I don't even know if I could call it a dance. I have no idea what that even was.
Jesus, I'm Adam. I thought my dancing was bad. Jesus Christ.
No, your dancing is actually low-key kind of good. Your dancing is low-key kind of good.
Oh, thank you.
No, Michael's dancing is just... I have no idea what he's doing.
Where am I from?
Adam. When Mike dances, it looks like Fat Albert trying to get into skinny jeans.
Oh my! Sorry, Michael, you ain't coming back. Michael, you ain't coming back from that one.
Sam's just mad that I can see my own dick and he can't. That's why he really mad.
Mike, and you're mad.
All right, I heard a girl from Fairly
21 to 5.
Your point. Sam, ladies, I'm sorry about Sam. He can't fuck you right because his dick is so small. It's like the size of a leprechaun's pinky. But we gotta work on it.
Yeah. By the way, guys.
Go back. You never go back.
Yeah. By the way, guys. Guess where I was the other day. Guess where I was the other day. If you follow me on Twitter and Instagram, like you should know where I was.
You were in our beloved town of school we went to, Little Falls, New Jersey.
Yeah, I was at Mock State University Yogi Bear Stadium. I'm going to be covering the Mock State baseball team throughout the season.
Adam,
nothing much to say there other than
okay?
I'm so other than it's so much. The first day was so much fun. It's so much fun covering them, and I'm not gonna talk too much time about it. If you want to see all my stuff with the Red Hawks, go check out my stuff on Jersey Sporting News or go check up on my Twitter. By the way, you should definitely be following all of us on like
players. He told me don't jerk off the players off, okay?
Adam,
I'm tempted right now just to put you in the waiting room for that.
Adam, low key, I kind of feel bad for you because you have to cover Montclair, which isn't known for sports. So
actually, Montclair State, like their sports is low key pretty good. Their sports is low key.
Really?
You know their baseball team. You know their baseball team. Sam, you know their baseball team. They've won the national title 3 times.
Okay,
hey Alex, what do we say about Montclair State? In the words of John Brody, what do we say about Montclair State?
I know us and TCNJ are rivals. By the way, I believe they're playing TCNJ like at some point of the season. Alex, Michael, you're coming. You are coming with me when they play TCNJ.
You want me to be at a baseball game at TCNJ? You and me, Alex. Let them know what I do if I'm at a sports event with friends.
Just try not to embarrass me.
I may say shit. No, when me and Alex saw Abington basketball, I told Alex, there's no way they're losing. A bunch of black boys gonna lose the white boys on the basketball court. It's not possible.
Mike, I'm not even gonna lie. The only reason why I wouldn't take you to a game is because you're the type of fan to say, "Ref, get off your knees. You're blowing the game."
Yo, I ain't gonna be.
Michael's the type of person. Michael's the type of person that would
I'm a trash talker. Everybody knows that.
That's Michael's the type of person that would like do something crazy like at a game that would make headlines.
No. If the referee is calling a bullshit game, I'll be like to the opposite player. I'll be like, hey, I'll be like, yo, LeBron James, you single? My mom sort of has a crush on you. You try to be my new stepdad. That's the shit I would say.
All right.
Now, here's the thing. When me and Alex go to basketball games together, especially when my teams are playing, or if I don't know the team, I'll be like trying to fight a guy. I'm looking for the guy. Who am I fighting? That's the main dude I'm looking for. I remember this white guy was like telling me, "Oh, when we went to Abington versus that school, that they sucked so bad. I don't even remember the school name."
All right, guys. You guys ready? You guys ready to jump right in? Because guys, we've got so much to talk about. We got so much to talk about, and little time to do it. So let's not waste any more time. Let's jump right in, guys. I was debating to do one of my cut the music intros and then I start ranting. Like I was like probably like a couple days ago, probably like a day ago, 2 days ago, if we were doing a show, like I probably would have been like in a much more angrier mood. But as time has passed, like I've like stepped back from a bit, and I should evaluate the situation like going on right now more objectively. And what am I talking about? I am talking about the New York Yankees Yankees and their latest offseason moves. What am I talking about? Well, number one, remember we were talking about guys last episode how I wanted the Yankees to get Matt Olson or Freddie Freeman. Guess what? They got neither of them. They got neither of them, and the Yankees had to sell for Anthony Rizzo, which Michael, Sam, I'm gonna give you guys the floor really quickly, but like just go quickly for like a minute or two. I'm not necessarily angry that the Yankees brought Anthony Rizzo back because Anthony Rizzo by himself is a fine player. Even at his age, he's still a really fine player. Still one of the better first basemen in the league. He doesn't strike out. He doesn't strike out a lot. He makes great contact and he still has some pop. So and plus of all, he's still like excellent defensively. And he's a real leader in the club. So I'm not mad at Anthony Rizzo is back. What I'm mad at is that this is the what I've been mad about all off season. The Yankees had so many opportunities. They've had so many opportunities that could to really, really strengthen their team. They had so many options available. We said before how much we wanted Corey Seager. They didn't get him. We said Carlos Correa still on. Carlos Correa is possible. Trevor Story is possible. With the latest trade with the Twins, I'd be stunned if either of them to get signed. Fine. And now with Freddie and Matt Olson, like the reason apparently they didn't make trade for Matt Olson is because they didn't want to give up the top prospects, Anthony Volpe or Jason Dominguez. That was the reason. Which I agree there. I said before I wouldn't trade like Anthony Volpe or Jason Dominguez for anyone not named Mike Trout, Shohei Ohtani, or Juan So. But that's for a different debate. So I get that there. And then we have reports coming out that that the Yankees were in on Freeman, but he just didn't want to come there. He just didn't want to come there, which again, I get by it. I think the biggest thing I'm frustrated with, guys, is that every single free agency, it seems like every single free agency since with two exceptions. One was acquiring Joe Carlos and the other was signing Garrett Cole. Oh, those are two like big time moves. Other than that, the Yankees they haven't really like made any significant moves like that would really put them at another level. Go back to 2018. They decided not to sign Machado or Bryce Harper. Okay, I understood it at the time because at the time they were more luxuries instead of need. Then 2020, like the Yankees had the opportunity to sign Michael Brantley or Carlos Schwarber. Both of them wanted to come to New York. The Yankees passed because they wanted to stay under the luxury tax threshold. And now this year we didn't want to pay that much money to Corey Seager or Carlos Correa. We didn't want to give up that many props to Matt Olson or Freddie Freeman didn't want us. Like, how many times are the Yankees gonna like come up short or on really making it either? Like, because when you look at the moves the Yankees have made right now, guys, I would say they're let's look like the moves. They've added Josh Donaldson, the catch, I forgot his name, and the new shortstop IKAR, I believe is how you pronounce it. And they've like brought back Anthony Rizzo. Like compare that to last year's team. Is that team like significantly better with those two additions?
No.
Exactly. The Yankees had so many opportunities to really, really like so that's the thing. I'm not mad at the moves they made because the moves they made, they have made them overall a slightly better team. But the big point, guys, is, and I'm going to give you the floor here, the Yankees have had so many opportunities to really, really make their team exponentially better, and they didn't. That's what I'm ultimately frustrated about.
Well, what's it called? I don't even like talking about the Yankees anymore, really. Like, they've just become like the Knicks or like the Lakers, but at just MLB edition. It's just like you talk about them and they just keep making the headlines for the wrong reasons. Like, just like you said, the moves they made weren't terrible. However, like I said last episode, they're not the answer we're looking for. Not even close. So, yeah, it's like I really don't have anything to add except the fact that we keep bringing up the Yankees, and I'm at this point just like, why don't we talk about the Mets or just any other baseball team in general that's doing good? Because like obviously the Yankees, they're just not pulling the weight that they need to pull.
Hold on. I got something to say since I'm the other Yankee fan in the room.
Go ahead, Michael.
Honestly, Adam, you know how I'm a fan of Rizzo, you know. But I don't think it was a bad move to re-sign him. But however, I wasn't like a fit. Here's the thing. Every time the Yankees get a good player, they either do bad or they do really good in their career. Every time the Yankees get a big start when they sign. It's always been a curse. When Aaron Boone signed the Yankees, got traded to the Yankees and re-signed, he got hurt playing basketball. Alex Rodriguez, he was an exception to the only Yankee that played great in the last 20 years for us, that played well. You know what I mean? When we had Andrew Jones, former home run league champion, he came to the Yankees. Sucked. Ichiro Suzuki played when he came to the Yankees. You see what I mean? We have like a curse of when we get great talent. Giancarlo Stanton, who knows? But I think honestly, I may be crazy for saying this. I don't even want Aaron Judge on the Yankees no more.
Okay, now you're starting to get a little crazy.
Now here's why. He doesn't want to get vaccinated. I'm like, here's the thing. Season starts in a couple weeks. If he can't get the vaccine, you know the vaccine will. If you are a player for New York, you can't play in New York unless you're not vaccinated.
We're definitely. I saw Michael. We're definitely gonna be talking about that situation later on in the show. But I just wanted to focus mainly on on the off season
But however, I'm getting back to my point. Honestly, I thought Freddie Freeborn was probably a steal for the offseason.
That's a huge trade for everybody. That's a huge.
But here's the thing, though. If we trade from
I just want to say right now, you look at the Dodgers lamp. That's easily the best lamp in all baseball right now.
The Dodgers. I'm gonna say this. That's my second favorite team in the MLB. For me,
okay,
it's
you
like
bandwagoner.
Adam, you know my reason for the Dodgers. Who's the first black player in the MLB?
Jackie Robinson. I completely understand that. I completely understand that.
Adam, you see my Dodger hats. Don't even try me.
Continue.
Here's the thing. But I still think, like, Corey Seager is the best player in the league, in my opinion. One of the best players in the National League.
Well, I think he's in the American League now. He's signed with the Rangers, and he's not one of the best players in the league, but he's definitely an elite shortstop. At worst, he's top 5 in the game.
Yeah, but the Dodgers had Justin Turner, who was a great third baseman.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I wish they never got rid of Puig, in my opinion. Yeah. That broke my heart.
And that's the thing. You look at the Dodgers and you compare them to the Yankees. Like, look at the Dodgers, the moves they made over the years. They've acquired Mookie Betts. They acquired Max Scherzer. They acquired Trey Turner. And they got Manny Machado. They just signed Freeman. The Dodgers are always in on the big to get the big time players to really make their team better. And look what happened. It got them a World Series. Aries back in 2020.
Is Manny Machado still in the Dodgers?
No, he's not. He's on the Padres. He's on the Padres.
I know Mookie Betts. What team is he on?
And that's the thing. We don't see those moves like for the Yankees anymore. This is going back to Brian Cashman. I gotta get on Brian Cashman here, Yankees general manager. Like, I feel like, guys, I don't know if you agree. I really feel like Brian Cashman really needs to be on the hot seat. And this is the kind of feeling I've gotten from him over the years. Guys, I feel like Brian Cashman, like, over the years has tried too hard to play Moneyball. Like, he's tried too hard to make, like, all, like the think outside the box and be the smart GM and be the cute and be, make all of these, cute moves that some like all these cute moves rather than just I make all these cute moves. Like he just really hasn't. He's made them a good team, but he hasn't put them over time. And that's what the Yankees mission statement. The Yankees mission statement, or at least it's supposed to be. I said before, it's not. It's clearly not anymore. But the Yankees mission statement is to put themselves in the best position to win the World Series, as much as possible. It's contention for the World Series as much as possible. Like, let me ask you guys. With the moves they made. Let's go down the list. With the moves they made, how many teams in Major League Baseball right now would you say are better than the Yankees? Like, let's go down the list. Let's go down the list. And let me list all.
Adam, if you do go down the list, I may cry tonight. Please.
Okay.
Let's not do
all right.
that.
Arizona Diamondbacks, Yankees are better. Atlanta Braves, that's one. I would say the Braves are better. You guys agree?
Adam, I'm not going to say nothing because I may start crying. I may throw all my Yankee gear out my house. Please. Okay. I'm tired of crying. I think me and Sam are tired of crying. Okay.
Adam, I'm gonna be real with you, Adam. I'm just gonna be real with you. This is how bad it is. The Mets. I'm admitting the Mets.
The Mets are definitely a better team.
Are now better than the Yankees.
Adam, it may kill me to say this. The Mets
it's true.
Team now.
Mets are better. I would say the White Sox are better. I
would say, and this hurts me to say as well. This one actually hurts me to say because I know some fans of this team that are gonna get on my ass now. Mm-hmm. The Boston Red Sox are better.
I mean, Red Sox are debatable. I don't want to give away our season predictions that we're going to do in a couple of weeks, but low-key spoiler, I think the Red Sox are going to take a bit of a step back this year.
Oh, really? Yeah, well, that's because you're a Yankees fan. It's like us Yankees fans are supposed to.
I can't explain, but I feel like the Red Sox are debatable. I feel like the Red Sox are. We'll mark it. We'll mark that as Red Sox. So you got the Braves, you got the Red Sox, you got the White Sox, you got the Mets.
Adam,
that's four right there.
Yeah,
the Astros, I would say, are better. The Dodgers, I would say, are better. That's what, 6 right there.
Mm-hmm.
And don't say that Astro name. Don't say that team name.
I gotta say, for example, the Rays are better. The Jays are better. So I would say Yankees right now. I would say Yankees right now. They're a borderline top 10 team. They're a borderline top 10
You're being too nice, Adam. You're being too nice. They're borderline 15 team now.
Bro, Jose Altuve is,
Don't say that man's name around me. He's the devil. Don't say his name.
Like Jose Altuve, he's the leader of the Astros.
Sam, don't say that man's name. I mean, Jose Altuve, if you're watching this show, there's a lot of words I can say, but I don't want to get kicked off the damn air.
That's right. Michael, you're a smart man. Can you see I don't think I could have worded that any better.
Hey, Adam, can I do this to him?
Anyway,
you can, but if you do, I'm not gonna bail you out of prison.
Yeah, just in all seriousness, like first of all, it's saying the Red Sox were better that hurt me emotionally, and physically. But second of all, let's be real though, You're saying they're borderline top 10. I'm looking at their roster and I'm saying, what's changed? Like,
I say they borderline.
Sam, I'm gonna let you finish, but that's the perfect point. That's the perfect point. Coming to the offseason, everyone said the Yankees need change. They need like dramatic, serious changes. What changes did they made? They brought back Aaron Boone, and they made basically virtually no changes. The changes they did make were good, but this team needed more. And they haven't done
way more. No, plus, here's my thing. It's like, yeah, you got upgrades, but like the upgrades that you got were positions that were already good for you to begin with. That's the problem. They didn't need a third baseman. Their third baseman was already good. Yeah, Donaldson's an upgrade. It's an obvious upgrade, but like, that's not what we needed. We needed someone like, for example, a core.
I got one thing to ask you guys. Sorry to cut you off, Sam. If we have Donaldson, where's DJ LeMay going to play?
Here's the thing right now. I mean, there's a lot of reports that they may try to trade Gleyber Torres, that he could be a part of a deal. I personally, like, I think if Gleyber Torres is also a piece that can get you like a really big time, that could also get like a really big time player, also you have to do it. But push comes to shove, I think you keep Gleyber Torres. He becomes your second baseman. IKF becomes your shortstop. Josh Donaldson is your third baseman. Anthony Rizzo is your first baseman. I think DJ May becomes the role that the Yankees originally signed him to be in 2019, where he becomes a super utility player, which basically they give him 500 bats, like where he plays every single day at a different position. Like maybe on opening day, that's the lineup I mentioned. That's the lineup they roll on opening day. But then another day, Anthony Rizzo gets a day off. DJ plays first base. Then another day, Josh Donaldson gets a day off. DJ plays third base. Or maybe Gleyber gets a day off, and then DJ plays second base. I think that's like the route the Yankees are gonna go.
All right,
but we talked about I mean, that's all we're gonna say about the Yankees for now. But I also want we forgot to mention this earlier. Mets made a big trade for Chris Bassett. I mean, I wish we had Marcellus on because I wanted to ask him about that trade. Hey, because that's a huge upgrade for the Mets rotation. Now you have a top three of DeGrom, Scherzer, and Bassett. I mean, the Mets are going to be scary this year, man. That's all I got to say. And Alex, I got to ask you. The Phillies signed Kyle Schwarber.
Yep.
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, I was reading this and it says he reached a 4-year deal, which is $79 million. And I think that this is a great step in the right direction for this Phillies team. They definitely needed to get going with a move like this one. And I think having him in the starting lineup with JT Realmuto, Rhys Hoskins, Bryce Harper, Alec Bohm, to name a couple. I think this definitely is in the right direction and a powerhouse with the amount of offensive talent that is in it. And I think he's going to be an awesome fit.
I could have said that myself. I mean, here's the thing. Your Phillies, I mean, they still have some work to do on a starting rotation, but after like the run they made last season, they were into the very end, and now they add Kyle Schwarber. I don't want to give too many spoilers away to our MLB predictions, but I think your Phillies could be like a dark horse to make the playoffs.
Same. I can agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. But Michael alluded to it earlier in the show. Before we get to the hot take of the episode, guys, guess what? We gotta talk about COVID and sports again. Yay!
Let me explain why I am angry. Let me explain.
All right, we gotta talk about COVID and sports again, because for those of you who don't know, the private sector mandate that is keeping Kyrie Irving for playing, which is by what we're going to be talking about Kyrie Irving later on in the show. Trust me on that. We're going to be talking about him later on the show. But the private sector mandate will now be affecting the Yankees and the Mets. The Yankees and Mets this upcoming season. The private sector mandate will not only affect it will not just only affect basketball and hockey, but now it will also affect baseball as well.
Baseball, and Aaron Judge is a moron. Yay! Clap it up, Aaron Judge.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Aaron Judge didn't officially say he was on backstage. He just said like that's a matter that he was still gonna talk about later time. And initially I got nervous. But here's the thing. I believe Brendan Cuddy of NJ.com. He can't report that the Yankees as of right now only have 2 on backstage players. So in all likelihood, I would assume Judge isn't one of them.
He said if he. Here's the thing. He tried to.
What are the chances that of like 2 players, Aaron just happens to be like one of the 2 that's unvaccinated?
Please let it be, Jose. Please let it be. Please let it be Anthony Rizzo.
Yeah, it's the thing though. Anthony Rizzo actually did talk about that because last year we know he was unvaccinated for a fact. We know that he was unvaccinated for a fact. And we don't know if he's gotten the vaccine since then, but we know that he was unvaccinated last season, and he did say that his vaccination status shouldn't be a problem.
You better be vaccinated. I'm trying to win a championship.
Yeah, and that's the thing, guys. I could come out on like I got 2 take wishes. Number one, like yes, I do believe that. I said before that if you are eligible to get vaccinated, like we encourage you to get vaccinated.
If you're making millions of dollars,
if you're making millions and millions of dollars, and you're not willing to take like what is like 99.99999% of the time a free and safe shot, then I have no sympathy for you for whatever consequences you may face. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Like here's the thing. I feel like this mandate is really just like it's really starting to rub me the wrong way, because last year COVID was still here. In fact, if anything, it was more serious last year than it was this year. Yeah. Yankees had the players that were unvaccinated back then, they're able to play no problem. They're able to play no problem. They were able to play in Toronto last year despite being unvaccinated. Now all of a sudden being unvaccinated is a big issue. Like again, like this stuff, let me just say one thing before you go, Sam. It just confuses me.
But this is what pisses me off. If you were to ask, like, because here's the thing, I went off on Kyrie Irving for not getting vaccinated. I went off on him. I was like, you're making millions upon millions upon millions of dollars, and you're doing this. But now we're at a point where it's like the players can be in the building with no mask or watch the game, but they can't play the game. It's like Kyrie Irving can go in the court, be courtside, but he can't he can be in the locker room, but he can't take 2 more steps.
By the way, just so you guys know, he can't be in the locker room. Then that's actually fine. That's actually got fined $50,000. $50,000 for letting Kyrie in the locker room.
They got $50,000.
I think the playoffs, they're going to change that rule for the playoffs. That's what I'm believing.
Hopefully they do.
Still, nonetheless, it's like he can be courtside and all that stuff, but he can't take 2 more steps in a Nets uniform and dribble a ball, because that's apparently going to spread the disease faster. Aaron Judge, if he doesn't get vaccinated, is going to be able to sit right next to the home plate if he wants to. but he can't swing a bat and hit a ball. Like, come on. Like that's just stupid at this point.
And that's the thing. Like for sports like basketball and like football and hockey, like I can understand having them having vaccine mandates for, especially basketball and hockey. Like I can at least understand having that vaccine mandates because because like it's a close contact sport and it's indoors. But baseball, like there's little to no physical contact, like and it's played outdoors. So I personally really think like at least for baseball, vaccine mandates are like complete are like unnecessary. Because here's the thing, in the beginning it was like oh if you're vaccinated like you can't spread the virus, but now should prove that even if you are fully vaccinated and boosted, like if you get COVID, there's still a chance like you could spread the virus. Now, granted, being vaccinated reduces your chances of like getting sick and spreading the virus, which is why I still believe like which is why I still believe that if you haven't gotten vaccinated, yeah, I still like encourage you to do so. But at the same time, like it's just getting so confusing. It's just getting like now you guys understand why we don't like to talk about this stuff.
No, plus Adam, what's it called? The vaccination. The vaccination isn't supposed to help people not get COVID or spread COVID. Vaccination is just supposed to suppress the symptoms enough to the point where it's like, okay, you won't die. That's all the vaccination is for. To make sure you won't die.
Yeah. It's been proven that like that getting COVID like that getting the vaccine like drastically reduces like your chances of getting sick from COVID to the point where you're being hospitalized or die. That's been proven.
No, yeah, but
I want to tell a story. Like I'm going to give as little context as possible since it's kind of personal, but I know two people who are unvaccinated, like, and refused to get the vaccine. Both of them got COVID and died.
How old were they?
One of them was like getting up there in age, but one of them was, but another person's like was in their like 50s, like early 50s, and they were still healthy.
Ooh. Actually, what's it called? I remember when the COVID first started, there was actually like a 30-year-old coach who was like very fit, very healthy, 30 years old, got COVID and died. And I'm like, this guy was 30 years old and he died, no medical problems or anything like that. And he's a baseball coach. So he definitely was fit. And he died.
Yeah.
So this definitely affects a lot of people. And like I said, if this was a year ago or 6 months ago, I would be literally saying, Aaron Judge, you are a dumbass. If this was like a year ago or 6 months ago, I would be saying, Aaron Judge, you are a dumbass. You are stupid. You don't know what you're doing. Like, come on. You're getting paid millions upon millions upon millions of dollars. But now, especially with COVID finally clearing up, because let's be real, COVID is going to be like the flu. Like COVID's just going to be in our lives now forever. But it's like the flu, where it's like you get the vaccine, you get more resistant to it, you're fine. The fact that these vax mandates can change the outlook on literal teams winning championships or just being relevant at all, that's what's getting me. And the fact that they're allowed in the building without a mask, it's like, what sense does that make? It's like Aaron Judge, if he wants to, can go into the Yankee Stadium with COVID and spread it to thousands upon thousands of fans. You're telling me he wouldn't do that if it was just simply him being on the field instead? Like, there has to be some sort of thing where it's like, okay, if this is like private workers or stuff like that, that's fine. These are basketball players, sports players. I think they're responsible enough to where it's like, if they're sick, they won't come to work. They'll just call out sick. Like, let's be real. Come on. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's stupid at this point. Plus, like I said, this is going to be something that we're going to have to live with forever.
Mm-hmm.
Basketball players have played with the flu before. Think about that. Players have gotten the flu, and they've played and been in close contact with the players. You ever hear anyone complaining about, oh, he's playing with the flu, he could get the flu on me and then I could get sick? No, they say, you toughed it out. Nice. So, like, what's going to be the difference here?
Yeah. I feel like in a nutshell, my thoughts of this is like basically summing up my points in a nutshell. I think any like Yankee player or Met player for that matter that would risk risk missing games like all over a vaccine is stupid. Like I think that's stupid. But at the same time, these vaccine mandates are getting old. I feel like that's basically my thoughts on it. And basically, I've said before, this is about as political as it's gonna get. Is that I just want people to take like this. I just want people to take COVID seriously. Like I don't care if you're vaccinated or unvaccinated. I don't care about that. But just take this thing seriously, because that's how we're ultimately gonna make COVID. Hopefully. That's how we're gonna get to the point you were making, Sam. We're gonna make COVID a thing in the past.
No, but what's it called, Adam? COVID is already a thing in the past. That's what no one's getting. Everyone's still panicking about COVID, and I'm like,
but here's the thing though. What if a new variant comes? What if a new variant comes and COVID spikes back up again? I think we're still gonna deal with those. Here's the thing though. Those spikes will still be here, but it'll just be something where like there's a flu spike.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like you mentioned, the new variant. And I'm saying there's been multiple new variants of the flu before. There was swine flu, for example. Like there's multiple new variants of the flu. So I'm saying this is just going to become something where it's like the flu, where you're going to get your annual vaccination and just stuff like that. Because now I can finally say this. We're transitioning back into somewhat of normality. Where it's like, yes, you still need to wear masks in certain places, but in most places, you really don't need to wear masks anymore. Indoor dining is becoming a thing. Like, you can watch a movie and not be 6 feet apart from everyone. Like, that's what I mean, where it's like, we're not fully there, but now we're starting to get back to the normality of what we were before COVID.
Yeah, preach. I believe Dr. Fauci said that he expects us at this current space, like by the time we're like April, that's when things should be like, if not fully back to normal, then pretty close to fully back to normal.
Guys, you know what I want to do? I want to run around butt naked. No, I'm playing. I have to say, we run around. You know what we do? When COVID gets back to normal, we all drinking on me. Drinks on me.
Okay. Okay.
Sam, we'll take Adam to a strip club. What do you say, Sam?
All right.
I would, but I would, but I politely decline. So I want to stay faithful to my girlfriend.
He can still see titties. Shit. When I was engaged, I was getting stripper titties in my face. Gee.
But guys, I you know what it's time for, guys?
What? See
the hot take of the episode. So here's how we're gonna do this, guys. as right now, like Michael has a gun, Chris has a gun, Sam has a gun. So here's how we're gonna do this, guys. We expect Chris to be on like in sometime like within the next few episodes. We expect Chris to be back. So whenever that comes, like the like Chris will do his hot take, and then we are gonna do a spinning wheel for this one, and then the loser of this spinning wheel will go wherever Chris doesn't go. That's what we're gonna do.
All right, baby.
All right, but you know what I'm about to say. Are you guys ready for me to spin the wheel?
Yeah, we get
no, land on me. Come on, land on me. I have a really good hot take, actually. I have a really good hot take, actually.
This is gonna be good. All right, wheel spinning starting now.
I have a really good hot take.
And the hot take of the episode will be done by.
Please.
It was close, but Michael Cunningham.
Yes, I'm back in the saddle, baby. I'm back and I'm proud, baby. I am back. We gonna get fucking like a monkey, as you can see.
Mike, you know what, Adam, since he's done this before, I'm gonna raise his takes. I'm gonna say what my hot take was going to be. And then let's see if it compares to Mike's.
Say what your hot take was gonna be, Sam.
My hot
take
was...
Adam, you get me out of here. Oh, hell no. Hell no.
You can say it afterward. You can say it afterward. All right, guys. It is time for the grand return of everyone's favorite segment of the show, Mike's Hot Take. Mike Cunningham, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, who has heard the basketball player White Chocolate known as Jason Williams? Who are
me?
I haven't heard. Well,
Jason
Williams? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've heard.
He was the second coming of Pistol Pete. That's how good he was.
Adam, I was about to smack the white out of you.
But anyways.
Because I was like, Jason Williams, who is that? Oh, yeah. Now I remember.
He said Kobe. Now, I love Jay Will, but it kind of offended me. He said that Kobe wasn't a top 10 player or a top 5 players of the Lakers. Top 5 players of the Los Angeles Lakers.
I mean, not top 10, and I can kind of get, but not top 5 Laker of all time. I mean, Jay, come on, man. Man.
Let's be realistic. Kobe isn't the top 2 Lakers of all time. If he's not one, he's the second.
And Kobe's a top 10 player of all time. What the hell?
Kobe's a top 5 player, but he's
I think a top 10 player is less egregious than not top 5 Laker.
He's basically what I'm trying to say. What are you talking about?
I'm saying he's in my top 10. He's in my top 10. I can guarantee you that.
Player of the year and 9-time all NBA team. This motherfucker hasn't done anything. Slam dunk champion. He was so good at the All-Star game, they had to change his name to the All-Star trophy. Hall of Famer. If he was alive, if he was still alive, they would still name that there.
Mike, just do me a favor real quick. Can you list, just real quick, name your top 5 NBA players of all time? Because I need to see where Kobe ranks.
Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Magic, Bird.
Okay. Oh no.
Nigga, that is good. Sam, we already talked about this when I visited you at your college.
Where's Kareem?
Kareem is not. Here's the thing.
Wait. Kareem's not top 5?
On my list, he isn't. I'll say he's top 6. Adam, you can't get mad at somebody's list. And if you say top 10 scorer, I'll say Kareem is top 2 in scoring. Adam, you are biased as fuck, but okay. So, Sam, you know me. Sam, what's my second favorite team ever? And I've watched basketball for many years. I'm just saying.
The Lakers, I get it.
I need to spin myself around to get a little bit of the blasphemy I just heard.
That's just generation. If you really played basketball like I did, you had Kobe Bryant. You had kids changing their names. Kobe is a household name. Jordan, a household name. LeBron, a household name.
Definitely. But
Magic Johnson and Bird, they changed the game in the 80s.
In the 70s, it was Kareem. Magic and Bird in the 80s. Michael in the 90s. 2000s, Kobe. 2010s. I hate this guy with a passion. He's on my team. LeBron in the 2010s. 2020s, I'm going to say hell is Giannis. Here's the thing. That's the thing. Kobe changed the game from 99 to 2009. Kobe was the best player from 2000 to 2009 in the NBA. In the whole NBA from that decade.
Okay, now you're smoking that. Now you're smoking
You're
that.
not telling me Kobe Bryant was the best player from 1999 to 2009. Are you
He wasn't. He wasn't.
He was. What the hell are you smoking?
Wait.
You really got to
wait. He was the best.
No.
Wait, he was the best player from when?
In that era. If you say fucking.
Go ahead, Sam.
1999 to 2003. I'm going to say this. From 1999 to 2003. Shaq was the best and most dominant player in the NBA.
But he wasn't the best player. He needed Kobe to help him win the championship.
Oh my God. Oh yeah. Nope.
Adam.
When Shaq was in his prime, like on those Lakers teams, he was their best player.
So was Kobe. Shaq even said Kobe was the best player on that team with him.
Yeah, Kobe was no scrub. But him and Shaq were co-stars.
Kobe was a super. They were both the best players on that team. The only reason why I give it to Kobe was more clutch than Shaq. That's the only reason why I give it to Kobe. That's the only.
I feel like Kobe got better. I feel like Kobe got better after him and Shaq parted ways. But during those
what?
Adam,
Kobe got. Adam, during those heart attack. You're making my voice so high. You make my parents get mad at me for
Go ahead.
Oh my God. You the blasphemy that I'm hearing. This blasphemy that I'm hearing.
That's no blasphemy. You said Kobe was the best player, but you going to say I'm about to roast your whole existence right now.
Mike.
I'm about to quit. I'm literally about to quit this damn show. I'm going on a hiatus for 2 weeks because I can't deal with this ignorance from you and Sam, but I quit. I'll see y'all in 2 weeks. I'm going on vacation. Y'all motherfuckers drive me crazy. I got Sam saying blasphemy shit. I got you saying blasphemy shit.
Mike.
I can't. I may quit. I'm quit.
Can you just leave?
Mike, I'm just gonna say this. From where I'm from, her mutant sport is basketball. That's all I gotta say.
Here's the thing. I may quit. I'm going on a hiatus for 2 weeks.
Michael, are you done? Is your hot take done, or you got more to say?
I'm done because I may quit.
Okay, so Michael, this hot take started out all right. This hot take started right because I'm like, he's arguing that like what Jay Williams said about Kobe, and I agree with you, not having Kobe top 10 all the time, or not having top 5 Laker of all the time. I agree, those points are blasphemous. I definitely disagree with Jason Williams there. But then you took that, Michael. And then just I don't know what you did with that. You were saying all kinds of blasphemy. You completely broke up the floor of the hot take. You said Kareem was a top 5 of all time, which is the worst sin of all. That's the worst.
Top 5 though.
Oh my God! And then you try to say I respect Kobe. Yeah, I respect Kobe a bunch.
No, you don't say Kobe.
He's definitely a basketball icon, but you're saying but I think you're just you're taking it too far, bro. You're taking it too far. So sorry, Michael. I gotta disapprove this one. I'm sorry.
Okay. So with me, I have Kobe as a top 10 player all time, either number 8 or number 9. You not having Kareem top 5? No, disapproval. I disapprove.
That's basically all Sam's gonna say. It's just he just couldn't take enough at blasphemy, so he's just disapproving. That's basically it, right, Sam? You basically share similar sentiments to mine. I started off okay, but eventually all that blasphemy just became too much.
Oh no, it never started off good. It started off bad and just got worse as it went.
Oh wow!
I'm being for real. This might be his worst hot take I've ever heard.
Does it outdo Chris Jenkins?
Oh, most definitely, yes.
Wow!
Will be the top 5 player is bad.
Putting Kareem in your top 5 is bad.
Dude, you heard my top 5 when I visited you at your college, and you approved of that.
I didn't.
I never did.
Yeah,
Never
you
did. I never put Larry Bird above Kareem. You smoking that? You must be smoking. You must be on Flocka. You're not even on that good stuff. You want Flocka.
I told you my top 10. Remember?
Okay. All right,
And
Alex.
Sam was like, "I."
All right, so I disapprove. Sam Stewart, Alex, your last up.
I disapprove.
Unanimous disapproval.
Yes,
Michael,
yes,
welcome
baby.
to the club. You are now 0-1 to start the season. Welcome to the club.
Guys, I just got screamed and yelled at my door for being too loud, and my mom knocked on my door like a crazy thing. At least give me some credit. Some credit. Okay? So it kind of affected up my brain. So at least give me 1 point at least. Thank you. That's all.
No. You.
But Adam, what's next on the show?
What's it called? Oh, wait. Can I just say what my hot take was going to be, just real quick?
Go ahead.
No.
What was your hot take going to be?
No, I quit.
My hot take was going to be how this era is the easiest era to ever score in. Easier in the 1960s, 70s, 80s, 90s. This is the easiest era to score.
Duh.
I mean, what's it called? The past 12 games, we've had at least one 50-point game in the past 12 games.
Because they play no defense in this era.
No, yeah, they don't.
That's the reason why they're scoring all these points. The main reason how they're scoring all these effing points. There's no defense.
Yeah,
There's no defense in this era, Sam.
Yeah, I mean, what's it called? 2 60-point games back to back. There's something wrong there.
Dude, there's no defense in these eras. That's why.
Yeah.
Anybody can score 50 points.
All right. All right, guys. We gotta move on. We'll move on to there's been a bunch of NFL offseason moves going on today, and we gotta start. This is something that we wanted to touch on during our last show, but unfortunately, like with all Tom Brady news, it kind of got swamped under the radar. The Deshaun Watson saga is finally starting to come to an end. Like it was just recently announced that he will not be facing any like criminal charges. The civil suits are still pending, but he officially will not face any criminal charges, and the trade market is really heating up for him. I've got stuff to say. I've got a lot of thoughts on this, but I just want to if Michael or Sam, you want to guys go first on this, feel free to do so.
Wait, what happened? What you said, Adam?
Oh yeah, we were talking about how like Deshaun Watson like won't be facing any criminal charges, and the trade market.
There is
like,
no evidence to the case. There is no evidence, first of all.
But it's the thing, Michael. Here's the thing. I said the exact same thing for Turbo. I said it's the exact same for Turbo. Just because like he wasn't criminally charged, it doesn't necessarily mean he's innocent, and B, it doesn't mean he can't or shouldn't like face like severe repercussions from the league.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, but
and that's the thing. Teams still really need to like the teams really see you're not doing this. Is a guy that had like 22 women making like at best they were accusing him of like what This guy had 22 women accusing him of, at best, highly inappropriate behavior, and at worst, just downright reprehensible stuff. I mean, when there's like 20, when there's 22 women against you, like, bro, like, and I said the same before. You heard me guys say it back when like there was rumors about Deshaun Watson coming to the Giants. I said before, as a Giants fan, I don't want no part of him. I don't want no part of him. But here's the thing, and John Mayer agrees. He said the Giants like we're not gonna be a player for the Deshaun Watson stakes. But here's the thing, it does seem like his market's eating up, guys. Like I've heard the Falcons are like involved, the Saints are involved. They're just like there are so many teams that are showing interest, and my advice to those teams would be like they really need to really think twice before you pull the trigger, because even though he won't be criminally charged, he could still face like a hefty suspension from the NFL. My guess is that Deshaun Watson would release at the very least an 8-game suspension. At least.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, definitely. But teams are still, but teams are really interested. Basically, we talk about. Here's the thing, guys. We talk about all the time about all these different athletes and teams bringing on these guys that have at the very least questionable backgrounds. At the end of the day, it just proves that it only comes to two things. It only comes down to how these teams can affect their bottom line. Like I said before, guys, I don't know, guys. Let me put it for you this way. All these teams, let me put it for you this way, guys. Satan himself literally rise up from hell. He can literally rise up from hell and start walking on this earth. And he can literally say, I want to play football, or I want to play ice hockey, I want to play basketball, or I want to play baseball. And if Satan himself was talented enough, teams would want him. That's just how it works. Because here's the thing. These teams, because there's the thing, company, and not just football organizations or sports organizations, like companies all across the world, they care about one thing, and that's benefiting their bottom line. And if there's a legal way to get away with it, or even if it's illegal and they can't face consequences, they're ultimately going to do what's going to affect their bottom line. That's just how the sports business works. That's how the sports business works. That's how really most corporations work.
Here's what I gotta say. First of all,
okay.
If the devil was a good athlete, I'll put him with the Jets or the Cowboys. Shit, you can win. Win shit. But I don't care if the man is purple, Spanish, gray, King Kong Bundy, and Barney himself. If he could play sports, crap, I'll take him with me. You feel me?
Yeah.
You feel me, player?
Yeah. Sam, are you there?
Loud and clear.
Okay. So I mean, if you had any thoughts, I mean, you can just go ahead.
I mean, you guys kind of just said it all. So, you know.
Yeah, let's just move on. But I mean, I will say though, it is definitely gonna be it is definitely gonna be interesting to see where Watson ends up. It's definitely gonna be interesting to see how these civil suits officially resolve and how this saga officials. I mean, it's starting to wind out. He won't face criminal charges, but it's definitely gonna be. This thing is definitely gonna be interesting to see. But guys, let's move on to some happier news, shall we? The rest of there's been a bunch of NFL crazy moves. Let's just throw this one out of the way. Devontae Adams going to the Raiders. Oh my god, that was such a huge sign. That was just such a huge trade. The Raiders traded got Devontae Adams from the Packers for what picks was it again? They say it was 2 premium picks. I don't know if that means it was a first rounder or just it was 2 first rounders or a first rounder, or a second rounder, or just 2 second rounders. And there's Adam Schefter said it was prime 2022 draft picks. That's what Adam Schefter that was what Adam Schefter officially said, but it's official. It was Packers are getting back the 2022 first and second round picks. So the Raiders first and second round picks with Devontae Adams, which that trade, guys, I don't know if you guys agree, but I don't know if you guys agree. I said for the AFC West, that division is easily the best division of football, hands down. And I would not be surprised if this upcoming season that all 3 wild cards come out of the AFC West. That division is just that loaded.
%.
Alex, you want to go?
I think Derek Carr got his best weapon that he has, and I think he's going to be a very good contribution for Las Vegas, and I'm curious to see how well he does out west with the offensive system that they have, and it's going to be interesting.
For those that are wondering why I'm not speaking a lot during this football segment, it's because I am salty that the Ravens basically made no goddamn moves.
Yeah. They've been silent.
So I'm just going to shut up for this.
Yeah. Here's saying though, Marcus Williams, I think that's a good sign. Marcus Williams, I thought that was a good sign for you guys.
Adam?
Yeah. Okay. I'll take that as a sign for that I should shut up. All right.
Your life is in danger.
Okay. But another big sign here that I have down, the Buffalo Bills getting Von Miller. I mean, not much to say there. 6 years, $120 million. Number one, I am a bit surprised that Von Miller got that much money. He's what, 33? I'm surprised. He's paying a 33-year-old linebacker 6 years. I mean, that's definitely a head scratcher. But hey, it's Von Miller, so he's gonna make an already dangerous Bills defense even better. Yeah, so that's basically all the moves the Bills have made so far, or at least all the notable moves. Michael, your Jets, they've low-key made some pretty nice moves this offseason. They've low-key made some pretty nice moves. You got Aiken Tomlinson, you got Jordan Whitehead, you got DJ Reed. I really feel like Joe Douglas is really starting to bolster your squad.
100%, but we're still going to choke like we do best anyway. Even though the Giants are going to make us look bad, so that's the plus. So.
I would respond to you disagreeing, but I can't really necessarily. I want to talk about the Giants for a second here. I mean, they did make a really sign that I honestly really like. You want to know what that sign was? The Giants signed Tyrod Taylor to be their backup quarterback, which I personally really like that sign, because we saw what happened. Say whatever you want about Daniel Jones, but at the very least, he was an NFL caliber quarterback for the Giants. He was at least an NFL caliber quarterback. When Daniel Jones got hurt, the Giants' offense last year was unwatchable. it was unwatchable. Mike Glennon at quarterback and Jake Fromm at quarterback. The Giants' offense is just unwatchable. Now you get a guy like I just said his name, but now you get a guy like Tyrod Taylor, who is he great? No, but is he like a high end backup, or maybe at best, or is he like or is he a legit NFL quarterback? Yes, he is. So now, if Daniel Jones ball slide in his face, or B gets hurt again, the Giants are gonna have a legitimate backup quarterback to they're gonna have a legitimate quarterback to go in there and take some reps. They're gonna have a legitimate quarterback to get in there and take reps. So 2 years, $11 million, guys. I really like that sign for the Giants personally. All right, we're gonna wrap up the NFL offseason talk here. We may decide I to do like. All right, we're gonna wrap up that offseason talk here. Alex, did your Eagles make any notable moves?
I saw they got rid of Fletcher Cox earlier today.
Yeah.
And apparently there was some news that they are in the middle of a deal to bring him back to Philly. So I'm not sure if it's gonna go through or not.
Yeah, I mean that would be. I mean, I don't know that much about the Eagles as you do, but I just assume that I'm not sure how, so I can't really say how much of a good or bad move would be, but it's definitely interesting. Like the Eagles, like they made the playoffs that year, so you have to assume that like they really try to compete again. Go ahead, Alex.
They also got a new edge rusher, Haason Reddick.
All right. Oh yeah. Haason Reddick. I completely forgot about that. That's low key a decent signing. That's low key a decent signing. I mean, there's just so many moves that we probably going to talk about. Mitch Trubisky go to the Steelers. Yawn, but yawn. I mean, there's not much to say there, so we're not gonna like break down all these moves like in depth, but it's definitely like it's definitely interesting. That's all I'm gonna say. It's definitely interesting. Allen Robinson going to the Rams. There's just a lot of moves going on NFL free agency. We may decide to do we decided to go more in depth to them in a future episode, but we may not. So, all right, go ahead really quickly, Alex, and we gotta move on.
Oh, sorry, I just forgot to put it down.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, guys. Before we get to our best, we do have one more story to talk about here, and it was the show that took place. What was it? Last Thursday night? No, not Tuesday night. Guys, did you see the Nets Magic game? Sam, I know you saw it because we were texting about it, but Kyrie Irving just he reminded you, like, especially of all the drama that goes on with Kyrie Irving, like the vaccination status. He reminded you why the Nets and all these other teams like put up with them and put up with all that nonsense, because man is the guy special. Man is the guy special. And Sam, we were texting about this. And here, let me put it to you this way, Sam. I was going to X you this, but I'm going to put it to you this way. I have never in my entire life as a sports fan probably will ever have as much of a love-hate relationship with a player that I do with Kyrie Irving. I think that's the best way to put it, because there's just, as a Nets fan, there's so much to like about Kyrie Irving. There's so much like about Kyrie Irving. You said before, Sam, one of the most skilled players to ever play the game. He's one of the most skillful players to ever play the game. He's 6'2", and he could get to a rim at will like a foot over with how massive a handles he has. Arguably the greatest handles of all time. he can shoot the lights out. He's right now still he's like in one of the best shooters in the league. He's a deadly shooter. He's just such an amazing talent. And plus of all that, he's a Jersey guy and he grew up rooting for the Nets. You guys know how much I love those stories of Jersey boys going on to root, who grew up rooting for my favorite team to go on to play for that favorite team. You guys know how much of a sucker I am for those stories. And when I really came here, I was like, wow, the guy's. I remember he was like, what? He played a role in designing the Nets classic jerseys from the 2022-2021 season, like for the 22 season, helping like the Nets like more embrace their jersey roots more. And he talked about like how of him like growing up as a Nets fan, like the Jason Kidd days, and how that inspired to play basketball. I mean, there's just so much like as a Nets fan with them, and it really seemed like that he was gonna and really hit. And I've always said like Kyrie Irving like potentially bringing like a championship to the team you grew up rooting for. Like it was just like that potentially happening. It always made me giddy, but at the same time, like you just can't ignore all the downsides. The guy like as we see with his anti-vaccination status, he's missed time due to that. Last year, like he like just went AWOL on the team. Like it's just stuff like this. It's just stuff like this that just it really makes me feel so strongly about Kyrie, both positively and negatively, because he's just such a great talent, and the storyline of him like coming to the net as a Nets fan like really like draws me in. But there's just also so much baggage that comes with it as well. All right, but guys, I mean, it's getting late. Are you guys ready to move on to our bets?
Yeah.
All right, guys, it's time for our bets of the episode. Unfortunately, to recap last episode, unfortunately, did the Kansas game wrap up yet?
They did.
They did. They won.
Did they?
I'm
pretty sure they won.
There was 18 minutes left in that game.
There's 18 left in that game. Okay, so we cannot give you the final standings until for episode 78 until that game's end, because Chris had Grizzlies over the Pacers and Kansas that game, and the Grizzlies beat the Pacers. So we have to wait until the results of that game to make our bang official. What's the score in that game right now?
Kansas leads. Let me see. 51-22.
51-22. So yeah, that's pretty much gonna be a wrap. But again, we can't make the win official until the game officially ends. But it's looking like it's gonna be a win for. It's looking like it's gonna be a win for Chris there. So, but for everyone else, Sam had the Bucks over the Jazz by line and the over Pelicans by line, and he won his bet. He won his first bet of the season. He added 17.69 points. And Micah, my boy, your first win since you had the Suns over the Pelicans, Heat over Pistons, and Grizzlies over Pacers. And you won. You had 12.26 points. Michael, congratulations on your first win of the season. Is that all you have to say?
Yeah, baby, I'm back in the saddle. Uncle King is coming for the throne. I got screwed out of the last season by Adam's bullcrap bet. Big Daddy coming back. Big Daddy's coming back, brothers.
Okay.
Your prince is in the family.
Okay, but everyone else lost. Marcellus took his first loss of the season. He had the 76ers over the Nuggets on my line, and the Timberwolves over the Spurs on the spread. I believe the Timberwolves won that game, but the Nuggets beat the 76ers. So I believe that wrecked Michael's parlay. Alex, my boy, for the second straight time.
You said Michael's parlay.
No, Alex is for a second Alex lost his parlay. He had Providence over SD State, Iowa over Richmond, Penguins over Predators on my line, and and Alex lost his bet. I believe the Predators beat the Penguins, right?
Yeah.
So that lost his bet. And Alex, my boy, you were 0-3 to start season 1. For the second straight season, you start 0-3. For the second straight season, Alex starts 0-3.
The comeback starts now.
Okay. What are you gonna do? Who are you gonna get to help you out this time?
No one.
Okay.
Bullshit. He's gonna call that guy up that we had to show season 1 to get some W's.
We'll see. But I also lost my bet. I had the Devils over Canucks on my line, and the Canucks beat the Devils. I foolishly picked the Devils that one. So me and Marcellus, we take our first L's of the season. I got some good news for you guys though. Once Chris's bet is finalized, we will be starting to give out stars. So as you said before, our new scoring system, we're gonna give out stars based on like where you place in the standings for both the record and the points. So as I said before, first place in record will get you 5 stars. First best record or points will get
so
you.
Alex is 0-3.
To second place will get you 4 stars. Third place will get you 3 stars. Fourth place will get you 2 stars. Fifth place will get you 1 star, and last place will get you no star. So that's how our base is gonna work. For the official star standings, you can go check out our Twitter page or Instagram at GetAGameP. That's where we keep you updated on all things of our bets there. So definitely check it out there to get you the finalized standings. But as of right now, Marcellus remains first place, 2-1 record, 300.07 points. I remain in second place, 2-1 record, 26.6 points. Chris remains in third place, 1 run on record, 3.45 points. Sam remains in fourth place, 1-2 record, 17.69 points. Mike remains in fifth place, 1-2 record, 12.26 points. And Alex, you remain in last place, 0-3 record, no points. All right. Chris, I asked Chris for his bet. Chris told me that you have his bet.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you want to announce it later on, or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
All right, guys. I'm right now like just a couple points out of first place. I'm just like a couple points out of first place. And the mistake I made last time is I tried to do something too flashy. I tried to do something that would get me that would get me a lot of points, but the odds were against me. That's what I tried to do last time. But so this time around, I'm gonna make something short. I'm gonna take something sweet. I'm gonna take something that's probably gonna just get me enough points to get me into first place. And just hope that Marcel Ellis loses. So I'm gonna play safe for this one. I'm gonna take a relatively boring bet, but I'm gonna take the Yankees or the Pirates. Today when you're listening to this podcast is spring training. I'm gonna take the Yankees or the Pirates to spring training. That's gonna be my bet. All right, so that's my bet. Alex, you want to go next?
Sure.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do Villanova money line over Delaware. Arizona money line over Wright State, and Raptors money line against Lakers.
All right, so who's Villanova playing again?
Delaware.
Okay. All right. Actually, Alex, just text me. Just make sure you text me your bet so that I can get it down accurately.
Sure.
Okay. And what's Chris's bet?
1 second.
Okay.
Chris, he picked Grizzlies money line and Virginia Tech money line.
Okay, gotcha. Grizzlies money line and Virginia Tech money line. All right. Do we have Marcellus's bet? All right. So, Michael, you're gonna go for Marcellus?
We're going with Duke. Duke tomorrow.
Who's Duke playing?
College tournament. That's all you need to know. Versus Cal something. That's all we know.
Okay, so Marcellus is going with Duke. And Sam unfortunately had to leave us early, so and he couldn't get his bet in, so we're gonna have to give Sam like a bet for him. So I'm probably gonna make this a new rule, guys. I'm gonna probably make this a new rule that that whatever their like favorite team is, that we're just gonna make that bet for them and bet on their favorite team. So I'm gonna give Sam the Pelicans over the Spurs. Okay, I'm giving Sam Pelicans over Spurs on my line. All right, Mike Cunningham, last up. Go ahead.
Duke. That's all you need to know. Duke money line.
Okay. All right, guys. That's all for our bets, and that's all for this episode. Michael, I gotta say something, bro. I'm tired of you like complaining about me winning a season 1 and how it was luck. You wanna know why?
Pure luck.
Wanna know why? Because you have no one to blame but yourself for losing season 1. Yeah,
I got rigged. This Adam rigged the points. He screwed.
You had like I just looked it up. You know how big of a lead you had after you won that big like over 60-point parlay you won last year? After those big parlays, you had over 100-point lead over me. You had a 100-point lead over me.
Adam's a dick and he's a cheater.
I just looked this up, Michael. Ever since that second one that we got over 6 months and you had that 100-point lead, we did 19 bets. Want to know what your record was in those 19 bets?
1 in 19? 1 in 18?
3 and 16.
You cheated me, Adam.
We were 3 and 16 in those last 19 bets. Michael, I have no sympathy for you at all.
Careful, I know where you live.
Okay, I have no sympathy. And by the way, you know what your record is since then? Overall, including this season? 4 and 18. 4 and 18. So, Michael, all I'm going to say, my boy, is step it up. Step it up, or I'll leave you in the dust again this season.
No chance. You got no chance in hell.
Okay, but any final thoughts? All right, guys, that's it. This is episode 79 of the Game Podcast. Yours truly, Adam Grassani, Mike Cunningham, Alex Reich, and Sam Brown. Thank you, heard. Be sure to leave a like and follow or subscribe to the podcast. Also, if you want to join the conversation, leave a comment on YouTube or reach out to us on social media. We feature what you have to say and feature episode American fans. Those energy is just fancy. If you imagine a world, believe in it and dive in. See you next time, and until then, stay lit.
And we're out.